Next point which come in our mind when we start paying attention to our joints, when they start becoming stiff, right? So if some of our joints are stiff, that time also it grabs our attention. So stiffness of a joint is also very important criteria to know the health of your joint. You understand stiffness? Stiffness means if you are trying to open a joint beyond certain angle, you feel restricted. Your movement feel restricted. So that's we call our joints are very stiff. This knee joint become very stiff. There is no free movement in the joint. So then that's when we call a joint as stiff. So again I will give you 5 pointers and you observe which of the points is valid for your knee joint. First point is no stiffness. There is no stiffness. You can move your joint freely. Second point is you feel stiffness when you walk, do morning walk, morning walk 1 kilometer or 2 kilometer or even 1 kilometer, half kilometer, even half hour. Whenever you do morning walk, after that you feel there is some kind of stiffness in your joint. So that one is second pointer. Third pointer is you feel there is a stiffness in the joint after 5 minutes of walking, but it got relieved once you rest and sit and start little bit movement while sitting, then it got relieved. So that one is the third point. So fourth point is your stiffness continues more than 5 minutes and you feel difficulty in walking. So this difficulty is whenever you walk you feel some kind of stiffness, if this kind of problem is there in knee joint. And your fifth point is you will feel all the time your joint is stiff. Whether you're walking, sitting, all the time your joint has stiffness. And it lasts for more than 15 minutes. If you also have this kind of problems, please check, because this is the time you need to pay attention so that the health of your joint can be preserved for long. So next point we will see like what happens when you touch that place. One thing is like you're touching, no pain happening. So this is first point. Second point is you are touching, when you are touching deeply to that place, it causes pain. So this one is the second point which you need to pay attention. Third point is, let's suppose you are touching just like this, very superficially if you're touching to that your joint, still it is paining. So that one is third point which you need to pay attention, you observe like this is happening or not. So fourth point is you don't dare to touch it. You feel like, oh, I can't touch that place, or you don't allow anyone to touch that place. Really it's happening with you. So it's a big marker, all these things, to check the health of your knee joint. Now these are the things which many people observe, which every person who is having little bit of knee problem or age related knee problem, or even if it is a beginning of osteoarthritis, many people observe these kind of things and they feel it like these are the things which are happening with their joint. And by knowing these small symptoms they can make, because when you know something more about your certain pain or disease, you can take good decision, or at least you can start doing those things which will not aggravate these factors, so that in later age it will become a big disease. So if we take a little precautions about all these things, if you have these kind, because it is just a markers, like these are the symptoms and signs which make you very aware, like this is the time that you need to take care of your health. And now after knowing these things, you must be thinking like, okay, do we need doctor or do we not need doctor? You please write to us. We will tell you whether your knee joint health is good or not good. And if every answer is 1, 1, 1, 1, definitely this joint is very good. So maybe you don't need any doctor or any advice or any consultation. But if you have other pointers, then I think this is the time that you pay attention to the health of your knee joint. That's what Ayurveda says, like because knee is a very important joint, this because you're walking, your old age, everything depends on your knee joint, how good your knee joints function is. So knee joint becomes very, very important.